Is there anything so undoing as a daughter?
In the show of Arcane, we see that multiple parents in this show seem to change their ways or, in turn, lose their life for the sanctity and future of their children, more particularly in this show, their daughters. I would like to dive deep into this because this is something that seems to repeat itself throughout both seasons of the show of Arcane with multiple different characters. Silco is the one who set the line in season 1, but it carries over to multiple characters later on in the series. Let's dive into the first example of this, Vander. Vander was a war-crazy, hungry man who was trying to liberate his city of Zon, but all of his ambitions got turned around when he found 2 young girls parentless on the battlefield due to his actions. Because of this, Vander's ideals and everything that he stand for crumbled in that moment. He gave up everything, all his ambitions, his hope for the future, his hope for freedom to take care of these girls. The undoing nature of children tore apart his morals and his ideals, making him a normal man, causing him to stop his revolution. On the flip side, let's look at Silco, a character that was battered and broken and steadfast in his ideals. When he adopted Powder, I'm pretty sure he adopted her for the simple fact of leverage, but little did he know housing that child and raising her as his own was getting to him. It was weakening his heart. We see constantly in season 1 how multiple of Silco's henchmen are always stating, Jinx is a curse. Why do you have her? Why are you defending her? And time again, Silco will put her needs and her happiness above theirs. He'll brush away everything they're saying about her just to make sure that she is okay. He won't let them hurt her. At some point in the story, she stopped becoming a pawn to Silco and started becoming a daughter to him. We also see this at the great climax of Silco's life, where Jace offered up the city of Zon, everything that he was fighting for, without even haggling, without even arguing anything. All he had to do was give up Jinx. And like he stated in the scene, all he'll be losing is quote-unquote problems. But he didn't mean that. Silco had developed a love for Jinx as a daughter, and he didn't realize that the cracks in his foundation were slowly peeling away, and he was becoming more human. He was becoming a father. In the ultimate climax, Silco doesn't even hand over Jinx well. He said to her he wouldn't have handed her over. And I truly believe that if Jinx didn't end up killing Silco, I'm pretty sure he would not have handed over Jinx. He would have just rushed Piltover with an army of Shimmer soldiers instead. Another example of a daughter undoing the ideals of a parent is with Mbessa and Mel. Mbessa has stated multiple times in the story that she sent Mel away to Piltover because Mel weakens her. Mbessa is a war-driven warrior. She has no regards for any life, any feelings, nothing. Even to the point where she casted away her son to the enemy, sacrificing him for Mel. She states multiple times, I did what was necessary because you weakened me, the power of a daughter to her parent. If Mel was around Mbessa wouldn't be able to make the hard decisions that she is needed to as a war general because of the influence of her daughter, Mel. In the same way that Silco couldn't make the hard decision that was needed to turn over Jinx for the sanctity of his daughter. In the same way that Vander couldn't turn over Vi to the Enforcers for the sanctity of his daughter. Arcane puts a big emphasis on daughters and how they can impact their parents' lives and how much of a strong hold a daughter truly has on your moral compass. The last example we have of this is with Singe. At the end of season 2, we discover that Singe has a daughter who is dead in stasis, and the reason why he keeps trying to make the mutation survive and find a cure is to bring her back to life. He's trying to find a cure to death. We can assume prior to her death that Singe was a normal doctor. He did work in Piltover as a teacher, but when his daughter died, his sanity died with it. The weight of his daughter's death sent him into insanity, and that's why the mutation must survive. I always love the way Arcane put a big emphasis on being a parent and how your kids have such a strong hold over you. They have such a strong hold over your moral compass. It shows that as a parent, you change for your children. You no longer stay the same person you were. Your morals change, your ideals change, your way of life changes for your child. Arcane does a phenomenal job at showing this through the characters of Silco, Vander, Ambessa, and even Singe. I think Arcane has the best interpretation of this out of any other anime I've seen, but this is just my thought. Tell me, what do you think? Are there any other parent figures that I missed in the story? Let me know in the comments below. And until the next time I ramble on, I'm Echo. Peace out, everybody.